Hey, it's Mike Dance at Brookside in Austin, Texas. Today, I want to talk to you about contact centers. There seems to be a lot of confusion in the cloud space about what features and capabilities are offered by what providers. Let's start with Unified Communications as a Service, which is basically your phone system in the cloud. So, Unified Communications, or UCaaS, is a cloud based solution that provides voice and everything to do with voice, phone lines and numbers, presence in IM, business SMS from any device, make it look like you're at the office, meetings, whether it's audio, web, or video, unified messaging, all your voicemails, and mobility apps. So, so that you can work anywhere on any device and get all this information. So UCaaS, the infrastructure is owned, operated, maintained, and delivered by the provider. So all their applications are delivered from a common platform with licenses, and it has a monthly recurring charge. Here are some of the companies that you commonly see that we would call UCaaS providers. Mitel, 8x8, Nextiva, RingCentral, all these guys. And even, I think Microsoft Teams would be included in that group. Contact centers as a service is a whole different deal. This is where customers, this is your contact center, and some of the UCaaS providers provide contact center solutions, but most of them don't have the ability to do what you can do with contact centers as a service. So you can blend routing and queuing. It looks all the same for voice, email, chat through your website, SMS, social media, and even video. So all these things are all included and routed into a single application. You got, outbound dialing and outbound business SMS, push text, and email notifications. And then, there's integration to everything from Salesforce, NetSuite to Microsoft Teams. All this, all comes together. Workforce management allows you to be able to, engage how many people you need for the workload. And then speech analytics help you, look at every call to listen to customer sentiment, keywords, and phrases, and track everything going on in your contact center. So CCaaS infrastructure is owned and operated and maintained and delivered by a provider. All the applications, once again, just like with UCaaS, are delivered on a common platform with licenses and a monthly recurring charge. Now, here's a group of vendors that basically sell CCaaS. These are call center as a service only providers. Okay, so they don't do UCaaS. They just do CCaaS. If that makes sense, here's the difference. They're two completely different cloud-based voice solutions. This is very confusing to a lot of people because the UCaaS guys they're not going to have what the CCaaS guys have, and so they're going to try to sell you on what they have, which not always is the best thing for your organization. For example, with UCaaS, you get multimedia contact centers. So you can add email and chat. You get some basic call queuing like you do, just basic ACD as they call it, historical reporting, agent stats, basic call recording, and then integration obviously to your CRM. With CCaaS, it's a whole nother level. You've got omni-channel, which means it's all integrated so that they can contact you through voice, video, email, web chat, SMS, social media. It's all managed very easily through a single, customer, attendant console, more or less. Workforce management, you've got extensive reporting with customer journey analytics to tell you everything the customer did, analytics on every customer employee interaction, speech analytics, transcribe everything, AI reads it and finds, keywords and phrases. Call recording comes with screen capture, so you see what's on the screen along with the recording when you're playing it back. And of course, they've got integration to all the various things too. So basically, as I said, contact centers are services and let the customer choose the media they want, and it's called omni-channel. So all these channels all come together. We're able to get reporting and capabilities. It's easier for the supervisors to manage and get reports. You've got robust analytics on literally everything going on, from the customers to the employees. You've got call recording. And then, of course, you got workforce management to be able to tell you if you've got the right number of people for the job. And then you got social media channels and integration so that people can integrate and get a hold of you. So that at the end of the day, like I said, with an omni-channel contact center as a service solution, you let the customer choose how they want to communicate with you. And once again, that's voice, email, chat from the website, SMS, and social media. But the best part is with omnichannel, it knows your identity across all media channels. That's huge. You don't get that with the UCaaS stuff. Anyway, what is the best solution today out there? Well, when we start looking at it, this is UCaaS. Like I said, the Unified Communications Service. It's your phone system in the cloud, and it's basic telephony and basic contact center. When you start looking at CCaaS, the more complicated omni-channel contact center with the speech analytics, these are the vendors that you have. So you see the overlap. There's technically only one that does both. The rest of them would have to be, some people have Zoom with Nice in Contact, they'll have RingCentral, with Nice in Contact, TalkDesk and Mitel. They'll combine Five9s and Nextiva. These are all just different combinations of multi-vendors to get a complete solution. What we like to do is we like to see what Gartner does, because Gartner has these magic quadrants that they keep up every year. They give you the good, the bad, and the ugly on all the industry's top UCaaS and CCaaS providers. All this information is on our website at Brookside, brooksideus.com, whether it's UCaaS, CCaaS, meeting solutions, which is video, and SD-WAN, which is a networking solution. So when you look at the Gartner Magic Quadrant, these are all the vendors that you see up there. And you can see they're in different quadrants, some leaders and challengers and niche players and visionaries. And this group is from 2019. 2020, things changed up a little bit. Zoom was added and a couple of other things, and people moved in and moved out and moved up and got acquired. But you see, for the most part, if you look at 2019 versus 2020, a lot of the same major players in the major quadrants haven't changed. When you start looking at contact centers of service, you see a completely different group of people, with the exception of 8x8. So these are all just different vendors that are in there. And there's 19. Then you see then to 2020, then you see basically you compare the two, you see there's some new players once again, and some that have kind of come off the old web magic quadrant. So at the end of the day, when you sum it all up, there's really only one company that's on both of them. That's 8x8, and they've been 9 years in a row a leader in the magic quadrant for the phone stuff, and then on the contact center side, 5 years in a row they've been on that as well. So 8x8 is one of the only companies that can do all of it: unified communication, contact center, video, and everything, and integrate to Teams and Salesforce and everything. So they're really one of the only all-in-one communications companies that provide you with reliable voice, chat, video, and contact center solutions for anywhere in the world. It's pretty wild. They're pretty global. So that's just, that's the only one that does it when you kind of compare them to the other companies. And maybe everything that they provide is not necessary. So that's where we come in, because we work with all the carriers, and all the providers. So, but if you look on here, you see 8x8's got UCaaS and CCaaS. This is just comparing the CCaaS providers, contact center companies, the bigger ones, in Contact, Five9, and Talkdesk. You see, 8x8's got an international plan where, these guys, every one of those contact centers of service, they all charge per minute, for every call. HD video conferencing, they've got that, everything built into one app, more or less, one platform. ACD, IVR, outbound dialer, omni-channel, chat, email, SMS, social, quality management to rate all the calls, speech analytics with AI, workforce and customer journey analytics, all these things, Microsoft Teams integration. And once again, 4,000 minutes per agent. So that's pretty heavy duty, but maybe that's overkill. It just kind of depends. And we're really good at comparing all of them. A really good place to start is, once again, our website, www.brooksideux.com. We're providing, consulting as well as complete solutions, for contact centers, for voice, kind of whatever you need. So at the end of the day, what makes us better than or a good option, we have decades of experience with phone systems and video and contact centers, and the integration and connectivity to make it all come together. We are 100% vendor agnostic. We are a broker. We have access to all the major providers for UCaaS and CCaaS, as well as the top carriers for any type of network services that we need. You see a list of some of the companies that we work with, but we really act more as a single point of contact, from solution design and demos to contracts and implementation. Really, we're one company that can really help you save time and money. As I said, Brookside, cloud and connectivity solutions. www.brooksideux.com.